We'll be tracking a wet start to the work week here in Missouri. We're going to see some of those storms kicking up this evening, but we're definitely going to have much more of that rain as we get into Monday, and may even see some lingering cloud cover as the remnants of Ida look to pass just to our southeast. Now, for today, we're still going to see those temperatures really a lot like we've seen these past couple of days. We get into those mid to really low 90s for most of us, as a bit more cloud cover is going to be moving in, and that is going to really knock that heat index down a couple of degrees. So you still will want that water bottle on hand, and this heat does last for a lot of the evening. Even as we get into those 80s this evening, it will still feel like around 90 degrees, and we're going to be tracking some storms popping up by that point that don't look to get out of here until pretty much after sundown. So not going to be really good to get any outdoor plans here as we get into the evening. Maybe try to get that out of the way this morning if you can. Again, already in those 90s this afternoon. That's where that cloud cover starts moving in from the south. We're continuing to hold on to that southerly float, and that's bringing quite a bit of moisture into mid-Missouri. Now, looks like we will be staying pretty dry for the early afternoon. You could maybe see some isolated storms trying to make their way in, but most of us will stay dry for most of the day. It is right as we get around dinner time. This is at 7 p.m. We get a pretty intense line of storms starting to pop up across mid-Missouri. These could bring some localized flooding and some isolated instances of high winds. Now, we'll want to be on the lookout for these for a couple of hours, but it looks like once we lose that heat past sundown, and those really will settle down pretty quickly, getting off to the east. I'm going to be tracking even more chances for rain as we get into the work week Monday. Definitely very, very wet, so you'll want to have that umbrella on hand there. But those rain chances do look to decrease as we get through the middle of the week. As we get into Wednesday, cold front finally going to be exiting the area and not looking to bring much more rain after that. Now, we are going to be tracking Ida moving up to the southern coast this morning. Landfall is expected later on this afternoon, and it is at a Category 4. Those winds in around 150 miles per hour this morning. It only needs a couple more to go to get to a Category 5. That would have to be up to 157, but still going to be very destructive right there at that Category 4 as it's making landfall. It is expected to continue bringing very heavy rain to southern Louisiana and portions of Mississippi and Alabama, and then continue moving north just through Louisiana and Arkansas, and then turning a bit east. It looks like it'll miss us just to the southeast. We could get a couple showers, but most of us will be staying dry as we get to the middle of the week with that passing through. Now, it looks like the main thing to worry about here is going to be really those damaging winds and a lot of this rain. They're going to be getting multiple feet of rain down in Louisiana, up to 15 inches in New Orleans. So definitely want to be thinking of those down south for these next couple of days. Again, we could be seeing some of those remnants of those clouds as we get to the middle of the week, and all that rain we'll see here. Looks like it cools us back down to those seasonal averages, and we stick to that for Labor Day weekend as we stay in that mid to upper 80s.